Welcome back. It's time to check in with Kelly's Book Club. This month's pick is The God of the Woods by Liz Moore. It's about a camper, Barbara Van Laar, who goes missing. The 13-year-old is the daughter of the family who owns the summer camp, and this isn't the first time a Van Laar child has disappeared. Barbara's older brother vanished similarly 14 years ago, never to be found again. And it's a page-turner, a real thriller. Here to chat all about it and rate it, as we always do, my friends and fellow book club members, Michelle Bodman and Lauren Mullinix.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Good to see you.
Good to see you all. So as we always do, we rate it 1 through 10. We base this on lots of things. And here we go. Drum roll. 3, 2, 1.
Ooh.
I always like the books I pick.
I always like the books I pick more than you guys do.
No, it's
I almost
good.
won 9. I'm 8.5.
I remember Michelle and I talked a couple days ago, but we didn't want to ruin it. But you were like, "I'm really enjoying this." So, what do you love about it?
I, as I always do, kept it till the very end. So I read it over the last 2 or 3 days, and it had me hooked. I think the author did a really good job leaving little breadcrumbs and a lot of alternative possible endings. So I was surprised.
Okay, Lauren?
I enjoyed it. I felt it was a little bit too long. Sorry, I tend to not look at the pages because I read on a Kindle and not a book. So I think that's the downfall. But I loved it. I knew that it was going to be wrapped into a bow really nicely at the end, but I couldn't predict how that was going to be tied together, and so that's what kept me going.
Yeah, I guess for me it was a little long, and I felt like there were so many points when I was reading it that it could have ended, and then it tells so many different, there's so many storylines and characters.
There was too many characters.
It was a little hard to follow the time period and the 6 to 10 characters, but I liked it. I could see it as a TV show for sure.
For sure. It could be a limited series. And that's what I want to talk about is the book is told from multiple perspectives. So did you have a favorite viewpoint? Was there a character that you liked following the best? Anytime Barbara would come up, I'm like, okay, finally I feel like it's going to be moving and we'll figure something out and I won't be guessing. So I guess I liked when it was told by Barbara's point of view, who's the main character.
See, that's funny because I was like, she was so mysterious. I didn't know if it was in her head or if it was actually her viewpoint. I liked Judy's point of view because I felt like that was factual. Oh,
well, explain to people that haven't read it who Judy is.
Judy's the detective, and so the investigator. So she looks at it from the lens of that. And
you're right. That was a very interesting. And you guys love SVU and things like that and Dateline, so that all checks out.
I also kind of liked. I'd say for the first half of the book, I liked Alice's viewpoint.
Yeah.
Who is the mother.
Interesting take on that.
But I almost felt like I needed a notebook to write down the characters. I was reading it on the beach and I was like,
Lauren just got back from Hawaii. She's looking a little tan. There you go. How did this book compare to other mysteries and thrillers that you all have read?
I usually can predict an ending, and I didn't predict the ending of this one, which I liked.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's why your guys is right. I couldn't predict the ending, but something about it was no Indigo Ridge. No, it wasn't even because Lauren picked it, but I think it didn't have everything for me with the thriller that I was staying up super late and needing to sit there and figure out. The ending for me was, yes, it tied it up in a bow, but it was just meh for me. I'm going to be honest.
Do you think that the ending was an ending for romantic getaway or truly a relationship of they were just very close friends and she saw her as a little sister? Because I couldn't figure that out.
I do not think it was romantic.
No, I don't think it was romantic at all either. There was no romance in this book for me.
I read into Judy's side a little too much, and there was no romance, which is why you rated it like you did.
Which is why I rated it a 6
What did you
and not
guys
a
think
9.
of the counselors?
I had too many characters.
That's
they
what
didn't
I'm
need to
saying.
be there.
I think there was too much going on, and this book could have been told in 200 pages, but instead we had 800. You love a long book. Would you recommend this book to a friend, though?
Absolutely.
Same.
Okay, and for me, I have someone here that was like, I love thrillers, that's my favorite genre, would you recommend this book? And I said, I'll give it to you, but I mean, don't sit there and think that it's the best book you're ever gonna read, thriller-wise.
I picked it up because you know who was spotted reading this is Taylor Swift.
Oh, well, Lauren.
So I just wanted to get on the bandwagon.
All the Swifties are gonna be with Lauren then.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was a fan.
All right, well, there we have it. I did like that the ending tied it up in a bow, and it should be a limited TV series for sure. Ladies, thank you so much for being here.
Thank
you. You'll be back because we have another book. To join Kelly's book club, just text book club and join us to 206-448-4545. And our next pick is already chosen. It's right there. It's called The Correspondent by Virginia Evans. I've heard great things. This has actually been all over TikTok for me, and we will rate it and discuss it next month. Until then, happy reading, y'all.